Everyone, I'm TJK, welcome back to part 34. In this part we're going to be doing some bullet impacts. As in the last part of the video, last tutorial we did shooting, animations and reloading. But when we shoot something, nothing really happens, you don't see a hit. So what we're going to do is going to go into our coin collector script and create another public game object, and I'm going to call it bullet hit. And down here in the for each raycast hit in hits, we're going to say instantiate. Then we're going to say in brackets, and we're going to say bullet hit. Bullet hit. We're going to say hit dot point. And we're going to say in a quaternion dot identity. So this is going the hit is going to the prefab's going to spawn at the hit point with the quaternion identity being the rotations and everything. If we go back to Unity Personal, we need a prefab now. So in here, if you type flare, just drag the flare out into the level anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Now this is what we're going to use when we hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this. I'm going to name it as impact. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit some particles. So impact, I'm going to say, I'm going to edit some of these. So what I'm going to do is the duration, we don't need it that long. So I'm going to put 0.1 Looping, I'm going to take off. And just make sure all these are fine. That's fine. Make sure that's fine. 0.5, 0.01. That's good. Yep, that should be fine. Now if I click smoke, I'm going to do the same here, 0.10, and take off that. And that looks fine for now. And sparks, I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to say 0.10. And then I'm going to go start left on that. That's for 3, that's alright. And I don't want it looping. Now if I apply all that, apply, and apply, I think I've just edited the flare out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a prefab in here. So if I go models, prefabs, and I create a prefab. So I'm going to create prefab impact, and then I'm going to drag this impact on there. Now I'm just going to delete this off the level. Now if I go into a weapon, and I've got my bullet hit here, and I'm going to drag my impact onto it. Click play, and this should work. And now I've got impacts and sparks that fall. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding some sounds in. So I have one sound already. So if I go to my game creation files, into my shooting project, to my sounds, and I'm going to say this target hit one. I'm just going to drag onto the project. Now here we have is I'm going to say is metal, and I'm going to use this target hit sound. So metal. There we go. If I click play, due to the way we code, this should work. I know it didn't work. I'm going to click on this, click add component, audio source. Don't want it to play on awake. And switch up to 3D, and that doesn't have very much sound, so I'm gonna, the volume's fine now if I edit to about there. Click play. And it's gone. That is a bit loud though, so I'm gonna shrink that a bit and try it again. There we go. It doesn't play the last sound before it dies though, so where is my object? Oh yeah, it dies before playing the sound. But when it takes damage, it actually does the hit. There's a way of fixing that, but it's like adding a delay onto when it dies. So the sound is about 2 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds. You can add a delay to when the character dies, the object dies, when you shoot it. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to do a bit of tidying up now. This FPS controller I have here, I'm going to drag that, actually I'm not going to drag it, I'm just going to click apply. So if I go into this FPS controller we have here, it didn't do it, so I'm just going to drag that onto there. If I drag this FPS controller on, yeah, it's all saved now. So I do have the controller saved, so I can just drag this into a level, say delete this one, click this one, drag it up, and it should, in theory, yeah, it works. Exactly the same way. The sound that the weapon uses, I'm going to change the sound to more of like a lasery sort of sound. Before the next video, but yeah, I'll put this whole project here, this whole tutorial project, I will be compiling into an asset package and then put it on the website when completed. But we are very close to ending this now, ending this series now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be creating a sort of a test level, and then I'm going to be having blocks and jumps and lasers and everything around the levels, and then that's the levels, and it should be done then. I believe, actually, I'm going to save the project. If I go into my scenes, I go main menu, I click play, I believe everything here works. So if I go on to my first level, click play, I'll use a health and I'll pick up just to make sure it's saving. I'll pick up this. I'll go to the next level, which is going to start me here because of what it is. If I click thing, then I go on to scenes, main menu, play, not achievements, player stats. There we go. No, I haven't got the health and armor pickups in there. So we'll quickly do that just as a little ending to this video, just a little mop up, and then in the next level, in the next tutorial level, we'll be finishing everything up. So what we're going to be doing is I want scripts and I want item pickup. And I'm going to open up coin pickup as well. Coin. Player head. Do I do it all for the player head? Let's say coin pickup. There we are. So if I try find, where's my coin pickup? Coin pickup. There we are. Player score plus 100. So we've got the armour thing here. So where's my armour? Here's my armour. It's a private ball. Not ball, sorry, int. It's called times armor picked up equals 0. And then copy that underneath the health. Health picked up. It's 0 for now. Now if I go down to that save game, I don't want to add in the save game, so what we're going to do is go player prefs. Actually, I don't know how to play prefs there. Let's say underscore times health picked up plus plus. And then we're going to say player prefs dot set int times health picked up, that's picked up, and I'm going to say underscore times health picked up, and then I'm going to go here, copy that, put it there, oh that's armor, small health, large health, armor, times armor picked up. There we go. Now I can just copy this. Times armor picked up. There we go. Now I can just copy this, and then put it on here and here. And save that. Times armor picked up, that should work. Now if I go into the start function, underscore times armor picked up equals player prefs dot get int, and then underscore times health picked up equals player prefs dot get int. And I believe I could just copy this for the health, and this is for armor. Times armor picked up. If I save this off now, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my main menu script, and then I'm going to say where are these stats, player stats, load game, achievements, stats, there we go. Health picked up, and I'm going to say armor here. Save that off, and then click. And I'm going to go into my first level again. Put play, and we should test this out. I'm going to take a lot of health away. I'm going to pick up both. Close, I didn't think I was going to get out of there in time. So I'll pick up small. That should be all three now. Now with that done, it should automatically save. So if I go to my main menu now, and then click play, and then click play stats, yep, it said I picked up 2 health and I got 3 armor. So everything's saving. Anyway, we are all sorted now for save scene, save project. We're all sorted now for the final couple of tutorials. Thank you all for watching. I'll be T Junkie, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.